Hello everybody. Gage says it's empty. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, look at this great big corked in cage bottle. This is a 2015 Expedition Bigfoot Barrel Aged Barley Wine. Guys, I reviewed this last April when my beer brother Greg was in town. We did the review on this together, and we both thought it was impressive, not outstanding, but very impressive. This was, and it was a 2015 also. Then I somehow got my hands on three of the same beers, the 2015 edition of this. I thought one of them may have been a different year, but all three of them were 2015. So we did 2015 back when he was here last year, and I got a 2015 now that I'm going to redo, and then I have another 2015 that's going to stay in the closet. Rico sent me a couple of them, and then Parrish sent me one of them. So I'm not going to I don't know when I'm going to do the last one that I have. It may sit in there another year or two or three or whatever. So I'm going to shout out Parrish and Rico on this one. This is the solo beer review. We're going to see how this 2015 has cellared. And I thought it was, like I said, I thought both of us, me and the other Greg, thought it was pretty tasty back last April when he was in town, and we reviewed it together. So we'll see how another year and a half has set with this beer. So I still think it's just as impressive as I did then. So with that being said, let's jump over to Untapped, and I will tell you, they clump them all together no matter what year they are over on Beer Advocate, and they say this was a 12.2 and it's not. So another reason not to use that site. This is 11.9%er, and I'm pretty sure that's what it says here. Yes, 11.9%. So evidently it changes from year to year a lot of times, and that's very typical. But this is an 11.9 on the 2015, and Untapped has the 2015 edition listed here at 11.9 and 90 IBUs. And of course it's 2015, so it's retired beer. It's no longer being brewed for the 2015 edition. So I don't know if they still brew this beer or not, guys. I don't have that information. So other than that, it's time to get the cork and the cage off this bottle and get it into the glass. This is a great big 750 milliliter. And hopefully we'll be able to get the cork out without getting the pliers out. I don't know. You never know. Sometimes they come out, sometimes they don't. And it's turning, so that's a good sign. Hopefully it's not going to spew all over the place. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Not a big pop. I think it's going to stay in the bottle. Into the glass we go. I'm going to go straight down the center on this beer, guys. That's about as aggressive as I can pour this beer. And we're going to give the other half of that beer to the other half. And it's got a cascading effect going on like a nitro beer does a lot of times. A lot of bubbles streaming up from the side of the glass. It is very dark brown, murky. A little bit of light through the thin part of the glass, but none through the big bold part up here. Good looking beer. Looks very typical for a barley wine color. Let's get it to the nose and see what we got. Roasted malt. A hint of some whiskey from the barrel aging. A little bit of caramel toffee. But it's cold right out of the fridge and just pop the cork on it, I got a feeling those whiskey notes and stuff are going to get more impressive and more prominent as it comes up to room temperature. Every time I bring it to my nose, I'm getting a little bit more of the barrel aging, a little bit of woodiness, maybe a hint of vanilla or coconut from the barrel aging. Smells very, very nice, guys. Wonderful smelling beer. And to me, it has cellared very well. This is a great can to cellar, and I have another one, like I said, in the closet in there, and I don't know when I'm going to get to it. So that's why I went ahead. I had Rico's name on this one, and I had Parrish's name on the one that's still in the closet, and I pulled his little sticker that I write on the beers now and put both of them on here because I don't know when I'm going to do that one. And I might not even review it. I may just drink it when it gets colder, and I might not review it since I've already done 2 different versions of the same beer. We'll see. So, Parrish, thanks again. I haven't heard from you in a long time. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Enrico, thanks again, my brother. I do appreciate all the wonderful beers you do send me. Some of these, like the bigger beers like this, it takes me a while to get to them. They get into the closet or into the cellaring fridge, and they stay there a while. So I don't have a problem putting a beer away and not worrying about it anymore. So a lot of you guys that buy beers, you know, I had a guy send me one not too long ago, and I said, I just did this beer about 6 months ago. Can I sell it for a little while longer? Because I don't like to re-review the same beer within the same year. So he said, sure. So I have wonderful subscribers, awesome subscribers, the best subscribers, world-class subscribers. So enough yakking. Let's taste this beer. Cheers, Parrish. Cheers, Rico. Thank you. I appreciate it. Both of you, my beer brothers. Brothers from different mothers. Cheers. Wow. Wow. The whiskey notes are there, guys. Big, strong woodiness. Strong woody? What? Definitely whiskey. More whiskey than bourbon. And I know whiskey is a bourbon, but this is more like a straight up whiskey. Roasted malt, hint of caramel toffee, maybe a slight little bit of black molasses, but the roasted malt and the whiskey is standing out. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Because more than likely this is not a cheap bottle of beer to buy, being this monster bottle and being corked in cage. I don't know if they're still producing it, guys. I said that earlier. Or if it's in the same size bottle, or if they've downsized it, like a lot of breweries have done on a lot of the beers. So I don't know. Don't have that information. That is definitely a sipper, guys. Nice whiskey notes. That's what I want to see when it's barrel aged and they're telling me it's done in bourbon or whiskey barrels or rum barrels or whatever kind of barrels. I want to be able to smell that. I want to be able to taste that, because you're paying extra for that. And if you can't taste it or smell that, you're set fire to your money and throw it out the window. Same difference in my opinion. I want to be able to smell it and taste it, and I can on this. So very, very nice. Very, very nice. So let me sip on this one and let it come up to room temperature, which we always do, and pour her a glass, and we'll come back and give this one a grade. And it is selling very well. A very tasty beer. I'm still impressed with this beer. Alright guys, I'm back to myself in about an hour or so. Still a tasty beer. Reminds me very much of what I did back last April when Greg was here. Not an outstanding beer, but a very, very well made beer. 2015 Expedition has that written. It's a silkscreen bottle. It's not any kind of label. They printed this bottle up for this beer, and it's corked in cage. I don't know if they're still doing that in this series of beers or not. I haven't seen anything. Of course, you can't get this beer at Kroger's or at the little gas station beer store around here. You would have to buy this at a craft beer store if it was available. but it's very tasty. I do enjoy the whiskey notes that I'm getting from it, and they're very prominent. I would prefer a bourbon version of it rather than a regular whiskey version. The whiskey seems a little harsh to me, but still enjoyable. A great final beer of the evening. To me, is very tasty. Depending on what the price of this is, I did not buy this beer. I haven't bought any of those beers that have been sent to me, the one I did last year, or this one, or the other one that I have. They're all 2015 editions. I don't know why I gathered that many of the same beer. It happens, you know. But anyway, very enjoyable. Final chug. Big whiskey notes on the aroma now that it's warmed up. It's a big beer, guys. I mean, it's almost a 12%er. Very tasty. Final chug. This beer sellers very, very well. I remember it exactly for what I did when Greg was here last April of 2018, a year and a half ago. So, very nice beer. Very nice beer. I'm a fan of the Bigfoot beer, and I'm a bigger fan of the Barrel Age series of this beer. So it's still a 9 to me, guys. I'm going to give it a 95, right down the middle of the A category. Over to Beer Advocate, they say 93. I'm giving it a better grade than those guys. Of course, they have the wrong ABV on the beer. Imagine that. And over to Untapped, they have the 2015 edition listed, and it's 4.06. Also in their A-. I'm giving it a better grade than both of those sites. It's a tasty beer, guys. Especially if you're a whiskey fan. If you like whiskey, you're going to get those whiskey notes on this beer. Very pleasant to drink. It's a big beer. A great final beer of the evening for which it is for me, guys. And the other half liked it too. Poured her a glass of it, and she enjoyed it. So, very tasty beer. So, if you've got one of the 2015 editions cellaring, you can drink it now or let it keep cellaring for a while. It seems like this beer cellars very, very well. So, if you've had it recently, the 2015 edition of the Barrel Aged Bigfoot Barleywine, let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.